Hello students, how are you? Students, you are most welcome in this next video. This is the video series of chapter number 4. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic contraceptives and methods of contraception. Dear students, this is the first video, so we concentrated on it. First, we will discuss about the contraceptives. What are the contraceptives? Contraceptives are the chemicals, medicines, devices which prevent the unwanted pregnancy or conception. So these are known as the contraceptives. Okay, now let's discuss about the methods of contraception. Methods of contraception. Dear students, you must know why contraceptives are required. Contraceptives are required for preventing the unwanted pregnancy. Okay, so also these are used for the family planning or the healthy society. So dear students, here methods of contraception. Which are the methods of contraception we have to study here? So here we have to natural methods or traditional method. Natural method or traditional methods. First, second one we will discuss barrier, and third one we will discuss IUDs. IUDs, dear students, intrauterine devices here, and last we will discuss that implants. Okay, so dear students, in natural method we will discuss what. So I am drawing the overview of all the methods. Here we will first discuss that periodic abstinence, periodic abstinence, and next one is the withdrawal method. Next one, lactational amenorrhea. Okay, so these methods we will discuss. Got it? Here in barriers we will discuss what? Condom. Next we will discuss diaphragm and cervical cap and cervical vault. Okay, we will discuss in this. Intrauterine devices. What are the intrauterine devices? Dear students, these are the either metallic or non-metallic or the combination of both. These are the devices which prevent the motility of the sperms and prevent unwanted pregnancy. Okay, here IUDs are of following type. This one, inert IUD. Okay, inert IUDs, copper releasing, and next what? Next are hormone releasing. Got it? Implants, these are the hormone containing pins, which are inserted in the upper arm or lower arm to prevent the pregnancy, or they release the small content of the hormone to prevent the endometrial changes at the time of pregnancy. Okay, So dear friends, first we will discuss about the natural methods. What are the natural methods? First is periodic abstinence. What is the periodic abstinence? Natural methods are the methods which do not require the barriers. Any additional things or additional article is not required in this method. Here periodic abstinence, what is the periodic abstinence? You know, we have discussed the menstrual cycle, and in the middle of menstrual cycle, in each menstrual cycle, in middle 14th day ovulation occurs. Okay, so before the ovulation is the safe period for sex, and after ovulation it is risky, because after ovulation 48 hours are the next 48 hours the fertility period. That is why it is very risky period, and in this period if intercourse occurs, then definitely pregnancy, the chances of pregnancy are increases. Okay, so periodic abstinence, it is the gap or it is the time period. It is also known as the safe period. Okay, so it is 10 to 17 days. It is the safe period. This is 10 to 17 days. Okay, so 10 to 17 days, this is the period. This is very risky period. So all the peoples, all the couples should avoid this period, because this is the risky period. So this is should be skipped. Okay, so that is why this is known as the periodic abstinence. Okay, next one is the withdrawal method. In withdrawal method, penis is withdrawal from the vagina at the time of ejaculation. So before ejaculation it must be withdrawal from the vagina, then semen will not be ejaculated inside the vagina, and the chances of pregnancy are be totally reduced. Okay, so this one is the lactational amenorrhea. Amenorrhea, it is the term, it is the irregularity or absence of the menstrual cycle. Amenorrhea, it is the term, it is used for the absence of the menstrual cycle. Lactational amenorrhea, dear students, you know, after parturition or at the time of breastfeeding, the mother, when breastfeeding occurs, the child feeds the breast of mother, then the menstrual cycle it totally stops, because some hormonal changes occur in the blood. That is why endometrial changes does not happen, and also the ovum or the egg releasing or ovulation does not happen. So that is why this period is known as the lactational amenorrhea. So lactational amenorrhea, when the mother after delivery it get the breastfeeding, then the amenorrhea means menstrual cycle stops and the chances of fertilization are reduced. So this period, maximum period is about 6 months. 6 months. So this period is also safe period, and it is also considered in traditional or natural method. Got it? Next one, barrier method. In barrier method, this is very important method, because the natural method, it may sometime it may fail and it is not fully reliable. So barrier method, it is the chances of pregnancy are mostly reduced. Okay, so in this, be not safe from the pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, and also the couples are safe from the these sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, so STDs are also avoided by this method, barrier method. Okay, so in barrier methods we will study condom. Condom, it is the rubber cap which is covered the whole penis, and at the time of intercourse the semen ejaculated inside the condom, and it is not gets inside the vagina. That is why the chances of fertilization are totally reduced. So diaphragm, it is the next rubber tube like article or tube like structure. So this has the ring and it inserted inside the vagina, and the ring is, the metallic ring is present at the end of diaphragm, which covers the cervical. So cervical region is covered by the diaphragm, and it avoids the contact of the semen with uterine wall or cervix. So this is also very helpful. And cervical cap, it is the nipple like structure, just like this one. So it blocks the cervical mouth, and this ring avoid the entry of sperm inside the cervix. The cervical vault or vault cap, it is the hemisphere like structure. So this vertically, thus like this covers the cervical cap like this. Okay, so this is the cap like structure. This covers the cervical opening, that is why it avoid the entry of sperm. Okay, next one is IUDs. So what are IUDs, dear students? IUDs are the metallic and non-metallic devices, or the combination of both metals and non-metals, which prevent the unwanted pregnancy. Okay, so these IUDs are categorized into three parts. Inert IUDs. What are the inert IUDs? These are the polyethylene, which are impregnated with barium sulfate. The clarification of inert IUDs is not more, that is why, but what and how inert IUDs prevent the unwanted pregnancy, dear students. Here polyethylene and barium sulfate, this prevent the entry, or this prevent the slow motion or slow movement of the egg at the time of ovulation. Okay, after ovulation, due to this inert IUD, after ovulation egg moves very faster and it passes from the ampullary isthmus junction, which is the site of fertilization, earlier than the the natural period of it. Okay, that is why chances of fertilization are reduced. Okay, here copper releasing IUDs, these are the different type, ring like, T-shaped, spiral. According to their shape, these are of different type. So copper coated metallic devices, they are inserted inside the uterus, and the copper, ionized copper, is released in amount 50 microgram per day. So this copper, ionized copper, which prevent the motility and which restrict the motility of sperm, and it reduce the motility of sperm, and it increase the phagocytosis of endometrium for the sperms. So most of the sperms are phagocytized by the endometrium, means they are destroyed, and all the sperms which are remaining, their motility rate means increases, and motility also decreases. Mortality means the destruction of sperms, and motility means the movement of sperm. So motility is decreases and mortality of sperms are increases. Okay, so these copper here, what is the example of inert IUD? Inert IUD example is lipped loop. So lipped loops are the example of, this is the example of inert IUD. What is the example of copper T? Means copper releasing. This is copper T multi-loaded copper T 250 and copper T 380A. So these are the different type of copper releasing IUDs. Okay, so here these IUDs are very easy to access, and also these are reversible, and they provide the facility of contraception about 5 to 10 years. And this is copper T 380A. Sorry, this is 380A. This is 380A. The reversible period is more. It can be it can provide the contraception about 10 to 17 years. Okay, here, so these are the copper releasing. Now hormone releasing. What are the hormone releasing IUDs? Hormone releasing IUDs, they are the devices which release the hormones, or they are made up of from the estrogen or progesterone hormone, or the combination of the estrogen and progesterone hormone. Okay, so these IUDs release little bit amount of the hormones, and these hormones increase the level in blood and prevent the endometrial change, and also it prevents the release of or ovulation. Okay, that is why the chances of this one contraception are more. What is the example of it? This is LNG 20. So LNG20 is the example of hormone releasing IUD. Next one is implants. What are the implants? Dear students, these are the pin-like structures. So like this one, this is the cap and this is pin. So these caps have the hormone or chemicals, which we can say this is the capsule-like structure. This is permeable or this is semi-permeable. You know, this release the after implantation. These capsules releases the hormones in very little quantity, and this quantity prevent the endometrial changes and the release of ovum. Okay, so these IUDs are inserted in upper arm, like here, upper arm or lower arm, okay, in hand. So these IUDs releases the little bit amount of hormones, and this hormone concentration directly inserted inside the blood. So these are inserted after incision, little bit incision, they are inserted like this one. Okay, so this one like they are inserted, though there is no need of suturing. Okay, so here these are inserted and they prevent the pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy. Dear students, these all are the different types of methods of contraception. I think you are getting it, and it is very easy. Also, many of the questions are asked from the hormone releasing these IUDs, copper releasing IUDs, inert IUDs, and these implants, and what are the natural methods. These all are the questions are mainly asked in your exam. Okay, so one more thing I want to tell you, that what is the features or characteristics of good contraceptives. Okay, good contraceptives should be easy to access, comfort, and irreversible, and without side effect. Okay, without side effect, reversible, not irreversible, reversible, because it can be reversed. So reversible. It should be reversible, it should be easy to access, comfort, without side effect, okay, and the reliable result. Reliable result means reliable contraception. So these all are the characteristics of good contraceptives. Got it? So one more thing is left, that is the another method. This is the surgical method. So surgical method, let's discuss. So let's discuss about the surgical methods. Surgical methods, these are the irreversible method. Okay, so this is the method of contraception which is irreversible, or the chances of reversibility are less. Okay, so these are two methods, tubectomy and vasectomy. Okay, vasectomy and tubectomy. What is vasectomy and tubectomy? Dear students, you know the gonads which are connected with the tube-like structures or the ducts. Okay, so here, dear students, in this type of surgical method, the vast difference is cut and tied. Okay, then the movement of the sperm is avoided, and after ejaculation the sperms are not comes into the penis. Okay, so this is the vast difference. And in this fallopian tube, so in this method fallopian tube is cut and tied up. Okay, and the release of ovum occurs, but this ovum do not reach, these ovums do not reach toward the uterus. Okay, so here these surgical methods are also known as what, dear students? Sterile method. Okay, or sterility. So sterility, vasectomy or vasectomy sterility method, tubectomy sterility method. Here what happened, first we will discuss about the vasectomy. In this one, you know, this is the testes, this is the epididymis. So this is vas deferens. Dear students, vas deferens, suppose this is connected here, this is seminal vesicle, this is ejaculatory duct, and it is opening into urethra. So this is cut from here and tied up like this one. This is tied up, okay, and here this is tied up. So the chances of sperm movement are totally reduced from this one vas deferens, okay. So the surgery of or the cutting of the vas deferens is known as the vasectomy, okay. It occurs in the human male. So in human male it occurs. So this is the vasectomy. Next one is the tubectomy. So tubectomy, what is the tubectomy? Dear students, you know this is the uterus, you know very well, and this is the fallopian tube you are looking, and it is connected with ovary. So here this fallopian tube is cut from here and tied up like this one. Like this, it is tied up, okay, like this, and this is also tied up. There should be gap between these two cut point about 1 to 4 centimeter, otherwise the chances of rejoining are more. So this is known as the tubectomy. Tubectomy. Sometime this method should be reversible. How it is possible? If we do not cut the vas deferens or this fallopian tube, just we make its loop like this and be tightly bind with the thread. So this method is also a reversible method, okay, like other one we have discussed. So like this, just like this loop, and tightly we tied up this vas deferens at a point, so sperm movement is blocked, and when we want to reverse it, then it can be happen, but the chances of reversibility are totally reduced in this surgical method, okay. Got it? So these are the surgical method we have discussed. These all about the methods of contraception we have discussed. I think you are understanding, and if you are liking the video, you should like the video and subscribe my YouTube channel, and also share among your friends. Dear students, if you have any question, any doubt, any confusion or query, you can ask me on personal WhatsApp number.